Namaste. Thanks for joining me here today. It's March 26, 2018. This is from the new Ascension series of You Are the Event. Knowing and experiencing our worlds apart. This is the Ascension Pioneer Energy Update from Anastasia Blue Beyond, from the Graduation Mastership Transition Time of Being in the World, but not of it, in real time, in the human as well as spirit, and realizing that many, many others are not at where you are at, and what you feel and know, which is more than believing in a sense, as this is more than believing of energies and what is being written and shared, which is different to believing in oneself. This is the saying that was created of knowing and experiencing our worlds apart, as that came from the divine for me to share, as I say this often and have for a few years now. And now it seems many have finally reached or graduated in their mastership at this time of transition, of a new era of a mass resurrection, as well as individually, as recently we reached critical mass, which is so huge. Yet not many reacted or responded to when I publicly shared this amazing email, hence me pulling away from sharing on Facebook and in my private group to now here on this website, for now as new flash looking website being constructed, as guided as it was time to now create and share a new amazing energy that others will be guided to read and share, as the divine now has this in hand for those who have found their way or have been guided to the latest unique and amazing Blue Beyond Ascension updates. As many of you are saying more and more to me that they read so many other posts and are not feeling them as they do to the divine coming through in these Ascension Pioneer Trailblazer Ascension updates, as these are a timeline for humanity as a gift from me, the divine, to you. So thank you for finding your way here and feeling this, feeling different. Many have now found that they are feeling different, and how do they blend back into the world? As someone in the Ascension private group I had open wrote recently, what does it mean to be in on my own master ship? A year or so ago, I thought, noticing I am using the word thought, because that's what I did, think instead of feel. That being a light worker as a profession, I thought that making a living being a light worker is what we are supposed to be. Now I feel different. I feel we can have our own human jobs while also embracing our ground crew mission to shine unconditional love, speak my truth while also being in the human day to day. It feels like the world is about to split, and those who are awakening will merge into a world where it's an awakened dream state and life flows easily and abundantly. And then those who are still in a slumber will still work their way to that awakening. But then again, we all have to be merged as one for the process of growing and ebb and flow. When one shifts into 5D, this is what this feels like, being consciously spirit and soul awake. The recent critical mass shift was the major shift of so many into the 5D in the human, to be in the world but not of it, to shine unconditional love, speak one's truth day to day, moment by moment, actually flowing of and with the divine. And that unconditional love starts with ourselves first. As when we do this and be ourselves, we can be in the world but not of it. Protection constantly. With realizing that we need to protect our energy morning and night to clear the day and night's energies, to regroup and pull our energy back into our own space or bubble, and then in that bubble go about doing all we need to with others in the world. And in that space going out and sort of observing others and their behaviors and actions, and still being ourselves within this. And the key is realizing that many are not at where you are at. Now this is very important as we go When one goes out back into the world, many have then been quite frustrated in not being heard, as others are in their own worlds. They are unable to feel what we tell them, yet they can feel of where and how we are at in shining our lights for ourselves from within. Even if they are unable to fully feel where you are at or coming from, yet they can resonate when you speak your truth of what something is for you, or not. Either way, you are staying to your truth. And also it is the space one comes from of not stepping into other spaces or feeling pulled into the world of ego, as that is a big test for many, as there are still many lessons here when one is tested in a way of taking what you feel and know personally and going amongst others. Read that again, as this is probably the biggest testing for us, as others are still mirrors for us and us for them. I know it was for me, as I was in 5D for 7 years and a few years now in 6 to 7D. So I have had some years to be able to master this, to be able to guide and share as I do. I live what I share. This is the real me here and now, as I write, how I speak. Know that you are safe and protected and would be looked after. I shared recently how an appointment was created for me of the divine that usually doesn't happen in the outside world. So magic and miracles are aplenty. So many things, items suddenly being discounted when you need to buy something, situations that could have been so much worse in the past or in the old world occur over and over. Keep feeling and following your inner guidance, that gut feeling, and also the divine within, as well as signs and messages, as they are constant. If one really pays attention or tunes into the guidance of the divine, songs on the radio, animals that we see, on, living in the flow. We can speak our truths when we come from unconditional love, truth, and honesty. Another major thing is that when we are coming from unconditional love and speak our truths, we may state boundaries and feel strongly about something. Yet when we do this from within, from unconditional love, it is a very empowering and powerful space to come from that opens many doors. I cannot put all the times here that when I do this, it is as it is all the time as I live my truth, way and light of the divine that offers and discounts and amazing things are gifted each and every day. This is abundance. Lessons continue. In the above comment of it's an awakened dream state and life flows easily and abundantly. Yes, it is. However, the lessons still continue. Change and growth is a constant until we check out. It's remaining consciously awake and aware and constantly being linked to the divine, shifting out of the head ego, which does take time. As remember, this is a transition. Ascension does not just stop when we shift into 5D. We keep going as the stepping into one's mastership as we then continue to ascend as masters. Being at work in the outside world, many are needed to be in outside world employment, which is very challenging, as that is where one is needed to be to learn the lessons they are. With others, remember you chose, and also did you realize this is about you shining your light in where you are at there? This is so huge, as so many are assisting themselves and others in shining their lights. As people, many work with representing someone they were close to in the past, that they have unfinished business with, that is not able to be healed with that actual person. So another is brought to you through work for you to be able to help you to heal this for yourself and to also shine your light in that energy to assist others and humanity. It is time for masters graduating and now going out or back into the world to be the light, to be in the world but not of it, to keep coming home to a safe landing space of the divine within yourself. Faith and trust is how one will do this, to now branch out, and it's time to really, really grow now in ways of abundance, faith, and trust like no other. that you are safe, that you are protected. As it is time to be real, I am the way, the truth, and the light, always starting with ourselves, keeping and protecting our heart of hearts, as that link or connection is sacred and divine within and of the divine. Time to shine our lights. Remember to ask the divine for guidance and assistance, and help me to help myself. And all you do is, when you do, it will come. As often we need to get out of our own way, as you are the event. As always, I am right here with you. As all I share and bring through is a template for humanity and linking our spirit to our soul through our emotions. From 23 years of personal experience, much unconditional love, truth, and honesty. Now, this is from Anastasia Campos, the Ascension Pioneer, Trailblazer, Wayseer, from the Blue Beyond. So thank you, my friend, for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel below, and we will see you soon, my friend. Namaste. Be well. Blessings to you and yours.